Hello, welcome to another video. I am Steve, English teacher. Yes, you should know that by now. Anyway, we are doing something a little bit different. We are doing some reading today because I've been doing lots of use of English. So today, some reading. And it's the B2 and C1 part 6 or part 7, depending on the exam, where you have to insert the correct sentence or paragraph into the longer text. And there's a very specific technique that I like to do with my students for this part of the exam, which I'm going to show you today and give you an example to do and give you a way where you can make and study this yourself, but really get into it and understand it. So what we're going to do, the main idea is you should note down in a few words the idea before or after the gap. So when you're reading it, read it very carefully and think, okay, what is happening here? Stop before the gap, after the gap, and just, you could underline 2 or 3 words to get it into your head what the key idea is, or even better, put into your own 2 or 3 words, really short, the key idea before and after the gap. Then when you look through the sentences, I find it much easier to find the one that matches, because that is the activity, is to find the matching ideas. How does it correspond? Is it a contrast? Is it a sequence? How are the ideas matching like that? So let's do this together to practice first, then you can do it by yourself with lots of these part 6, part 7. I've got another Wolf of Wall Street text following on from last week's use of English. Well, now I'm doing a bit of reading about it. It's the true story of Jordan Belfort. And what I'd recommend is pause the video, read it, download it, I'll put it in the description, and try and do what I said. What is the key idea before and after each gap? Here, for example, you need to read before because it's the end of a paragraph. So what comes before, that's going to tell you what goes at the end of the paragraph. And 2 or 3 words, what goes at the end, what comes before, after each gap, key idea. Underline it, put it in your own words. In the margin, put your own little, what is the idea here? Pause the video, do it, do this activity yourself. This is how you're going to learn. And then here's what I'd suggest. Well, the first gap, the key idea here is that we've got peaks and depths. It's the good and bad things of Jordan Belfort's life. We're talking about the good things and the bad things, making a lot of money, then going to the depths of moral bankruptcy, having problems. So that's the key idea. For the second one, the key idea is his journey begins. It's the start of his career. Do we have something about starting his career? The journey begins when he was making money. Number 3, his world comes crashing down. There's a reversal of fortune. Something about some problems must go here. Number 4, he undergoes a transformation. So redemption, transformation. Things are getting better. You see, I'm putting it into my own words so I really understand it. Number 5, the lessons that he teaches us, they remind us of the dangers of greed and unchecked, uncontrolled ambition. So there's something about teaching us a lesson about the danger of greed. And number 6, the human cost of his actions, the devastating consequences, something about the human cost of the consequences. Once you've done this, it should be quite easy to find which of these options more or less matches the idea, which you should do now. Pause the video and answer. Obviously there's one you don't need, and you should have one A, B, C, D, E, F, or G, and so on. That's all you need for your answers. And I'm going to tell you the answers now. Number 1 is E, because fame and fortune is referring to glitz and glamour, which means the luxury, the fancy lifestyle, and so on. And then we had the hubris. Where is E? Greed, hubris, and redemption. Hubris as in a fall. Pride comes before a fall. This is hubris, when things go wrong, when you think everything's going great, like a bit like arrogance. Number 2, the start of his career. Well, this is rising through the ranks, F. Lovely expression for your Cambridge exam, to rise through the ranks, to get better and better jobs, more responsibility, more money, and so on. Number 3, the world comes crashing down. He went to prison. That's B. Guilty. Stint in prison means staying in prison for a while. Number 4, the transformation. Well, that's going to be D, isn't it? Therapy, self-reflection. He rebuilt his life. That's a transformation. Number 5, this one could be slightly difficult, but the key point here is the cautionary tale, as in a story that serves as a caution, a warning. It reminds you of the dangers. So G is definitely the best answer. And number 6, the human cost. We're talking about the victims, which was sentence C. The victims who lost their savings, because obviously he's a bad guy, the Jordan Belfort, Leonardo DiCaprio character. So there we go. 12 marks for your 6 answers. Now, that's the idea. How can you practice it yourself? This is what I want to talk about now. How to be an expert at this part or make your own. Let's use ChatGPT. Simple steps. Go to a random topic generator. Then tell ChatGPT to write about 600 words for B2 in a lively, engaging style. I find you have to write this, or else ChatGPT writes its typical soulless style. And make sure it's in paragraphs, because normally you're going to be cutting out maybe 1 sentence from each paragraph. For C1, a little bit more, maybe 750 words, but the instructions are the same. Let's try this, shall we? Topic generator. I've been using this one. Birthday, that's a bit boring. Influence of people. A restaurant. Don't like these so far. Giving presentations. There we go. This is a more typical C1 topic. So let's scoot on over to ChatGPT. I guess I probably should have had this already prepared. But it's break time at school, so I didn't have everything open. And we would say something like, write 600 words in a lively, engaging style, or enagging. On the topic of fear of public speaking. Write 6 paragraphs. Here we go, this looks about right to me. This looks about B2 C1 level. Looks a bit more than 600 words, but... And then you can hopefully guess what we're going to be doing next. We're going to be removing some of the sentences and thinking about how the ideas are connected together. That's the key point of this part of the exam. This is a little bit long to remove, so maybe not do that one. This is perfect, isn't it? This is a perfect sentence, look. So we would remove this one because the roots of this fear, it stems from a fear of judgment. It fits perfectly. What is the root of the fear? This is where it comes from. This it is referring back to this idea. So this is the kind of sentence you could remove, leave a gap here, and put it as option B, why not today? And you do the same, removing 6 sentences, considering how the ideas are connected together. That's the whole point of this part of the exam. Right, there we go. That's enough, isn't it? Good luck and have fun doing it.